It is July 23rd, 2022, and we've had 100-degree weather every day since the second week of May. I mean, literally every single day. Every day of July has reached 100 degrees, triple digits and above. And my garden has produced plenty of bell peppers, and everything else just stalled. Everything else is like in protect mode, but nothing is dying, nothing is yellowing. The watermelon and I got a set of purple hull peas over there, knuckle purple hull peas. They're just growing like crazy. You know, it's like they're just focusing on leaves and stems, and you can see this massive cucumber. I took 2 cucumbers off yesterday, full size. There's a bunch of them in there now. Just getting going. I got plenty of pollinators. I got a queen bee that stays in there all the time. She comes and goes. Over here is spinach. It's almost tall as me now. And when I first started recording how I saved my garden from the Houston summer, they weren't doing anything. They was yellowing. And as you can see, it's pretty tall. They're pretty good. My explosive peppers, they're doing what they think it's springtime still. So you can see a bunch of yellow ones on there. That's a look in the garden from this end. Those are watermelon vines over there, and they're doing just swell. So everything seemed to continue to grow in here, but the only producer is the cucumber. And I removed some of the cucumbers just to relieve the stress off the plant. They were full grown anyway. And that one pepper plant right there in that gray bin, is 3 pepper plants in there, and it constantly produces bell peppers. And I just cleaned it off. I took about 8 of them off yesterday. But these guys here just steady growing. Look at that. So eventually I should see some watermelons. I got a couple of things going on in here. I got cayenne peppers there, cayenne peppers there. Those are going to be sweet. An orange tree, another orange tree. Finally, I'm starting to see some purple hull pea bud hulls. I guess the actual things here are, I guess they're going to be the bean pods. They're starting to show up, which is great. And that's the only one that survived out of all of them in there. There's one over there that may become something. Right here is the cayenne pepper plants that I got, hot cayenne that I got from Home Depot. And they seem to be striving in this environment also. Right here is some ginger. I literally just planted this ginger probably a week ago, and it's doing really well already. I think I'm gonna add some more dirt in there. You can see one of the ginger roots is exposed right there, but when I put it in, these things had no leaves on it. And here's my super tall, they're almost, what do you say, this is the 10 is 10 by 10, so these plants got to be at least 6 feet tall. And they are not producing any tomatoes. They're just living. I figure maybe when the fall comes, they'll start growing again. And the purple hull peas over here just went crazy. Yeah, I had to stick some sticks in there. They were supposed to be bush type, and I read the pack. The back of the pack says they're bush type, but it don't look like bush type to me. Look at those vines. Did the heat make them turn into vine and purple hulls? I don't know. But there's vines everywhere, so I had to stick these posts in there just to get them. Now, this is a weird thing right here. This is one of my plants, my tomato plant. I forget what type it is, but it's growing a lot of little tomatoes. So it's like coming alive. I had ants living in here, and I had to sprinkle cayenne pepper from my seasoning cabinet on the ants, and they got rid of their butts. It was so funny. You could see them scratching, trying to get that cayenne pepper off of their cells. But they had built a nest. They really was living up in here. I I read that they're good because they aerate the soil, but like these tomatoes here, they're soft. So I don't know if they've been in them and sucked the juice out of them. I don't know. But, and here's the one lowly beefsteak tomato. And that's the only one that was produced. And I don't know if you remember my purple hull. They looked really pretty, and all they do now is just hold on. And so this is a pink eye purple hull. They didn't fare too well. These are some watermelon seeds. A Germany that had some relatives down a couple weeks ago, and they brought a watermelon that was really sweet. So I germinated a couple of seeds. This is my peanuts. They haven't really got really bushy. They were producing yellow flowers. Back at the beginning of July, end of June, but that was it. And the corn plants, they're still living, but they're not really doing anything. Everything is living. Everything's staying green. The only thing that's started to die was the last couple of days, and this was my cherry tomato plant. It produced a lot of cherry tomatoes. Didn't produce massive amounts, but it still produced considering the 100-degree weather. I figure the plant protects itself, I guess, because if it tried to produce fruit, then the fruit might get cooked, with 100-degree weather. So anyway, so a quick update, and here's another view of that tomato. It has split open under the bottom. Apparently, I probably should just go ahead and cut it off now. That's the other issue I've been having with my tomatoes. All of them been splitting because the soil was drying so fast. Then I got to water it and dry it, and I guess it's uptaking too quickly. There's some more peppers right there, and literally I keep cutting peppers off of that guy back there, and I think I'm learning that bell peppers like a little shade. At least that plant does. Looks like some animal was in there, or some kind of bug was in there, laid some big old turds up in there. I don't know if you can see it. See that? Oh, there's another big pepper. Look at that. They're just growing. Quick as I cut them peppers off of that plant, they grow right back. I don't know what I do. Being that we've been having issues with weather, I think I probably let there go my queen bee. She handles her business. Let's see if I can get a hold of her. Where did she go? She's up in here somewhere. Well, anyway, I have a resident queen bee in here, and she is taking care of business. There is a cucumber back there. That one wasn't pollinated properly. That's why it's pointing. There she goes right there. Let's see if I can catch her, get her on film. Seriously, folks? She works hard in my garden. All right. So I have oregano down here. I've been cut from this 2 or 3 times already. It's really good oregano, Italian oregano. This one here is Greek oregano. I don't know if because it's supposed to be, it likes shade, so I don't know if it just died from the heat or because the cucumber plant keep growing over top of it. And these are southern collards. And they've stayed the same size for a whole month. So they're just not growing at all. I know it's kind of early, but I wanted to see what happens. And these are mammoth sunflower plants. There's 3 of them. I figure I probably should go ahead and get them out of there and separate them off. But I figured I didn't want to disturb them because they're not really growing either. They're pretty much staying the same size, but that's what I probably do. I know they got one special root that goes straight down, so I will probably separate them out. It's probably time this weekend. Okay, there you have it, folks. An update on my triple 10 by 10 frame, 40% UV protection. Indoor, outdoor plant saver, vegetable garden saver, I guess you could call it. All right. If you have any questions or if you have any comments or any advice, please leave it. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.